Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Austin Petersen, a presidential candidate for the Libertarian Party. We're live here with a special guest tonight. This is Lily Tang Williams. Lily, thank you very much for coming on to my show tonight.
Well, thank you for having me, Austin.
Lily, this is quite an honor. You're a candidate for Senate in Colorado, but you've got quite a story and you've been making a lot of waves in the press. I'm very excited to introduce you to my audience tonight, and I hope that a lot of my viewers are going to check out more about you and your incredible story that we're going to be discussing. So first of all, let me ask you a question. Where are you from, and how did you come to the United States, and why did you come to the United States from China?
Well, that was a long story, a long journey. I was born in Chengdu, Sichuan province of People's Republic of China, and 2 years before the Great Cultural Revolution. And of course, went through entire 10 years political chaos and poverty and hunger. By the time I went to middle school, then Mao died, the Cultural Revolution ended. Then we were told Mao was not God, Mao was a human being and made a mistake. Cultural Revolution was a mistake.
Cultural Revolution of Mao Zedong.
Right. And so my generation was totally lost. And thank goodness we had a new goal, which is go to best university possible because they reinstated all the college systems. I had a big dream to go to top 5 Chinese university to study law. So I could help to transform China to a society ruled by law someday. And I got my dream true. After 3 days, like a intensive national college entrance exam, I got accepted by this law school in Fudan, Shanghai University, which is top 5. But I quickly become very, very depressed that what they were teaching us was Soviet Union law system model, which is to use law as the tool to govern the people. That's what they told us in law school. What is a law? Law is the tool for the governing class to rule the people.
Now hold on, I'm sorry to pause you there for just a moment, but you came to the United States because you wanted to seek freedom, and what's interesting is that you're running for Senate in California, so you'd like to be a senator, you do want to govern, but you're not running as a Republican or a Democrat. You're running on the same party that I'm running for, which is the Libertarian Party. So just out of curiosity, why are you running as a Libertarian rather than a Republican or a Democrat?
Well, after I went through my first 24 years of my life under a total tyranny government, I am really not fan of a big, powerful government. Our life was total slavery, total disasters, and all controlled by government. So I have big concerns about this country, that when I first become a Republican, I saw that they were for small, limited government. But then I went through my learning curve to realize they are just like another party. They both want to rule the people and not taking away our freedom choice every day. So I decided, you know what? I truly believe in libertarianism. That's what wanted to come to this country for.
And now you came to the United States for liberty, and the Libertarian Party is the party that stands for liberty. And I'm just curious, what was it that sort of opened your eyes to the Libertarian Party? Because you might have gone to the Democratic Party perhaps, but what was it specifically about the Libertarian message that you decided was the right thing for you?
I truly want the government to be small and limited. I want to have the freedom to live my life in any way I see fit. And I want the government to leave me alone as long as I do not violate other people's rights. And so I become big believer in libertarianism. Of course, thanks to my husband, who we've been married for 25 years. He actually opened up my eyes, introduced me to, Ayn Rand and, Milton Friedman, Adam Smith. So I started reading and search for truth because I was lied to for my first 24 years of my life in China.
No, that's fantastic. Now, but I'm going to get to some more questions that I have for you, Lily. But I just want to remind my audience right now, the live watchers who are watching right now, that we're monitoring your questions right now. So if you guys send me your questions right now on the live stream, I'll be able to see and interact with you in real time. So do me a favor. I see you guys are chatting. Send me some questions to ask for Lily. She's running for Senate in Colorado as a Libertarian, as a member of the Libertarian Party. So my next question for you, Lily, while I wait for our questions to roll in from our audience, is this. Most people say libertarians can't win. There's no way that you'll be able to win the Senate in Colorado. So what do you say whenever somebody says to you, you have no chance and you can't win?
I tell people that I wanted to use my campaign to go out and share my stories from China under communism, and tell people to wake up, care, and fight for their freedom for this country. I have so many people connect, resonate with my stories, with my messages. So I tell people, you know what, regardless of the ending result, I'm always winning because freedom is universal message to connect with all the people. And I'm going to see you Boulder to talk to young students on college campuses next Thursday. I'm going to both, cross aisle to reach people. I do believe most Americans want to keep their country as a free country. That's the country I dream of to come, for. It's maximum freedom, minimum government, regardless the party affiliation. So I'm always winning on these messages.
I love it, Lily. I believe in that same exact message. But I want to give you a little bit of a tough question. I want to throw you something a little difficult and see how you answer this. You're in the state of Colorado right now where they have legalized the use of recreational marijuana. So just tell me something. Are you fighting people off? Is it anarchy in the streets? Are babies being murdered by the dozens out in public? Because we've been told that if we legalize marijuana or any of these recreational drugs, that it will be like total chaos. So, how are you surviving in Colorado even with this total anarchy that is the legalization of marijuana?
Well, according to the Denver Business Journal, ever since the legalization, our crime rate has dropped 50%. So our police officers now can go out, focus on more violent crimes, and not peaceful, smokers who decided what they want to do with their body, what to put inside the body. But be honest with you, I have never tried smoking pot yet, even though it's legal in Colorado. But I'm all for people's freedom to choose. If you feel like that's your thing, you can be relaxed, you want to smoke with your friends in your home and be peaceful, you're not driving around when you're high, that's your choice, that's your freedom. If we believe self-ownership and self-responsibility, government should
Lily, you're obviously a libertarian and obviously a very brilliant one, but I have a question for you from one of our audience. This comes from Benjamin Baker, who asks, what are the differences and similarities between so-called democratic socialism, as pushed by Bernie Sanders, and the communism that you experienced in China?
Well, I feel like it's like just like a famous saying, the goal of socialism is communism. So that, they all share the social ownership of production means. When I grew up, I never heard of a concept called private property. Everything was state-owned. And even socialism, Democrat socialism, like Sanders advocating, it cannot be sustainable because you are using government force to push people to pay to the government, 80-90% of their fruits of their labor. To me, that's slavery. I cannot support that. We had a socialism in China after the Cultural Revolution under Deng Xiaoping. They called a limited free market with socialist characteristics of China. That's what we have, but still the government-controlled economy with some free market, but even just free with a little bit free market. You see how Chinese people were lifted out of poverty. It's not because of socialism or communism. It's because of limited market reforms. Free market works because it gave individual incentives to work hard, pursue their self-interest, pursue their happiness. And that's the best fair way to actually lift people up out of poverty. I think true capitalism works. It's just people demonize capitalism because they mix it up with communism. We have this country where corporations and government are in bed together. That's just a fake. That's not real capitalism. communism.
That's true. Now, I'd love to switch to a very difficult topic. It's regarding the economy. Now, in the United States, we have a very large oil industry, and as we've seen, the prices of oil have dropped through the basement, where we have some people predicting $10 a barrel oil. So the question that I have for you is should the government step in and bail out businesses or oil companies, or should the government step in and take a more active role in the economy if we have our domestic oil companies are suffering from the recession that we have in the oil prices?
Now it's firm. Now leave market alone. Market have demand, have supply, and have market's need. It goes up, it goes down. It has cycles. And if government get involved, like they always think they have to do something, when market goes in the tank, it actually creates lots of unintended consequences. Our recession lasts this long so far. It is because of government involvement. And government continue pump the market, printing money, and who benefits? It's not the people, the bottom benefit. Actually, they're crony capital, like the corporatists, globalists, and corporate welfare is just morally wrong. Use your tax dollars to, subsidy companies. Leave the market alone. We will survive.
All right, here's a good question from our audience. How easy is it to start a business in Hong Kong compared to the United States?
You know what? Hong Kong, I lived there for 2 years, from 96 to 98. I witnessed the change of of course, the control from British to mainland China. We loved Hong Kong. Hong Kong is the most free market in the world. We especially loved, at the end of the year, we use a postcard site to send in a flat tax, 10% income tax report. We love that. No CPA involved, no stress, just listed your annual income and maybe a couple of major deductions, then you send your money in. It's so stress-free and it's easy to start business. You do not see homeless people in the street. Everybody is busy running their little business, and they have a minimum social safety net. Tell me how that works out for Hong Kong Chinese, and we're not just working in the United States. So I don't buy that. I think individuals are supposed to be motivated to pursue their own self-interest. If you just leave them alone.
These are tremendously amazing answers. You sound just like the strict plumb-line libertarian. Now, so I had another question from my audience from Eric Bell. He says, what do you think about Bitcoin? Should it be allowed to exist without government regulation? What is your take on this new cryptocurrency?
Yes, I think that the reason that there's a market for Bitcoin, it is because people see the crisis with US dollars. And with the Fed, continue to printing money. And people are buying gold, buying silver, buying platinum. And so what's wrong with the Bitcoin? Leave that to the market. If there's demand, people want to buy, and the government should stay out of it. It's not their business. Look what they did, the mess of our dollar. How can we trust them? Everything they touch is turning into dirt, sand.
Lily, I think our audience loves you. We're getting a great response to this. Everybody's enjoying this, and there's going to be thousands of people who are going to be able to watch this online. Now, what I'd like to do right now is to offer my endorsement of you. A lot of the people who are watching know that I'm running for president of the United States. So I'd just like to say right now that I am officially endorsing Lily Tang Williams for Senate in Colorado, and I offer you the best wishes that you can. I'd like to share with you any of my resources that you have, Lily, that I have, Lily, to help you in your campaign. So one last thing, of course, before we run is I'd like to ask you, can you tell us a little bit about how we can find out more about your campaign? Where can people go if they want to get involved, and maybe if they want to send you a few bucks to donate?
Well, I have a website built up, lilyforliberty.com. It's LILY 4lilyforliberty.com. And on the first page, you will watch a 6 minutes video, like I went through my entire life in 6 minutes, and tell people why I'm running for U.S. Senate. Now, if you want to know more details, there's an open letter to say why I'm running. And you can read about, once you read that letter, watch my video, I could be your candidate because you will exactly know where I stand. And so I do need help. I need grassroots support me and connect with my liberty messages. and go donate $10, $20. I really need the money because my slogan is that Lily for liberty, not for sale. I'm so principled, nobody can ever buy me. What you hear is what you see. It's all come out of my heart.
Now, usually whenever I do these live streams, I'm always asking for money for myself. But since I'm endorsing you tonight, I'd like to encourage all my listeners and watchers of my live stream tonight. Please go to lilyforliberty.com and send that $10 that you might have sent to AP for LP. Send it to Lily for Liberty tonight to help her take over the government in Colorado so she'll leave the rest of us alone as well. Lily, thank you so much for your time tonight. I'm very grateful for your support and your activism. Thanks for speaking up and doing a great job representing the Libertarian Party.
Well, thank you, Austin, for having me. Good luck to you, too.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Bye-bye. Good night.